up, everybody? This is Joe7780, and we're here with What Grinds My Gears. Episode 48. I'm getting up there, man. Getting up there. Can't believe it. But we got some topics, and I wasn't on some recent podcasts. I was busy. Crazy stuff going on. Not too much, but just had my hands full. Family stuff. So we are. So I have been following the news. You follow me on Twitter. You know, I definitely throw my my input out there. But man, it's Friday, right? Topic that's going crazy right this second is the Anthem demo beta bullshit trash, whatever the hell they call it. It is some fucking weekend demo only for those who pre-ordered it. The other people who didn't pre-order it, you get to play next weekend before it comes out on the 22nd of February. And as usual, with every friggin' type of beta, online only game, the servers are overfilled. Shit, people are just taking pictures of login screens. Danny said it. He said it. It's a time for grinds my gears. You know, you just that anticipation just builds up, and then it gets the explosion on these shows. That's how I work. That's how I roll. I want to have some more consistency, but it's like, you know, you got to see what the hell's going on here. Oh man, we got loading screens. We got connection errors. People getting dropped out of games. And this is Anthem for EA. Their big game. Their Destiny killer. Their game that everybody's hyping up. I don't know what servers IGN are on because they're streaming it no problem, but the rest of the world can't get on. And, you know, it is so funny because this is the MO of all these games. When every single one, and you know, I hate to say it, but I don't do it though. But I hate to say it because it's disappointing to those who pre-order it. Because, you know, I find if you've done this a lot and, you know, this is not your first go around, you know, these online only games, these online only betas, the first day, the opening weekend, it's always crap. And then they apologize. They'll probably apologize tomorrow. And then they'll add another day, or maybe they'll add another weekend. Sorry, guys. But what I don't understand is that they get these pre-orders, they count them, and this even happens on launch day. They count all the we got so many pre-orders, what a success. And then on day one, they're like, oh, fuck, we weren't expecting this. Hello, you've been counting the fucking money all the way to the bank for your pre-orders. Oh, so successful pre-orders. Been pre-ordering this shit since fucking E3 2018. And then you're like, here it comes. This is the day. Do you know the fuck shit thing that you booted up Anthem right now? And if you don't have it pre-ordered, it has a nice fucking splash screen. Yo, the splash screen works. It works. And know what it says? It says, oh, you can't play this weekend. You could play next weekend. But here's the little button you could hit right here to buy it right now so you could play it this weekend. You only could play it if you buy it now, pre-order it now. That shit works. You click on that button, it takes you right to the store. But what they don't tell you is the servers are fucking not working. Nobody's online. It keeps saying connection errors. Now, the one cool thing is that you can have a friend send you an invite, and then you could jump on by not pre-ordering. But good luck to your friend to get online. But this happens all the time. And it is just so fucking annoying because they are taking pre-order money from people to give them the privilege to play early, stream their game, do whatever the hell they want. And you deal with the bullshit that goes on now where you can't get on. They even give you to the fucking minute of when their servers are getting turned on. Oh, 1 o'clock East Coast time. Here it goes. Like everybody, I saw so many people last night at midnight trying to get on. Nope. It's 1 o'clock. And then people can't get in the game. And then they say that they're opening up more servers. Their servers are full. Online only game, servers are full. Like, come on. It's just so fucking annoying. It is just so annoying. And especially if they tie this to as a perk of pre-ordering it. That's where it's fucking bullshit. Because people, exactly, Jemiah, where the servers are open. Now, they're working on it right now. That's what I mean. They open up and they go, oh, all these pre-orders, Anthem is doing great, everybody. And then all of a sudden, they got their server day one, and they're like Andrew Dice Clay when he had that fucking stand-up comedy when he goes, you're on the fucking river. You got people living on top of their roof when the river floods. And they're like, we weren't expecting this. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? This shit, they know this shit's coming. They should be prepared. First impression, you got one time to make a first impression. And they're killing themselves right now. And then 2 articles come out already. I see Windows Central about how they're explaining the microtransactions in this game. Explain the microtransaction store. There's a fucking microtransaction store. And that there are 3 strike forces or strike raids in the game. And the demo this weekend is just one of them. Or part of one of them. It's timed. It's part of one of them. But there's 3 of them. This game is going to be grinds my gears. This is going to be a grind. It's co-op. There's no PvP. And it seems like they're only going to have 3 up front. And they're going to follow the Battlefield 5 model of like giving you the rest of the game as it goes along. And you know what? It brings me into the other topic, but it's like people, what the industry is doing right now, it's fucking with people's heads. Because what they're doing is that they're taking, you got games that are traditional that are not online. You got games that are only online. You got games that have both. And they all are the same fucking price. $60. Oh, and here's your special edition for $80. Oh, and here's your ultimate edition for $10. And here's your fucking dildo statues. And here's all your other shit for $250 fucking dollars. And the price is the same. But the experiences are totally different. And they don't go like, this is an online price tiered game. A game that's going to be getting content as we go. It should have a low cost of entry to build your install base. It should not be priced at $60. It should be priced lower if it's only online. And it should be only online, and it should be priced lower. Not just because it's online, but if you plan on making this, we're just going to give you like, here's only 2 maps or 2 type of strikes. We plan on adding more. No, you shouldn't screw the initial adopters of that. Those early adopters should get a discount. That's the thing. Those early adopters should get a discount on games that are still getting content. If you're just going to give like 3 strikes or some bullshit like that, or, you know, a Kraken and then take them away and then add a shark and then add a fucking volcano island, you should have had a low cost of entry there. And that's the problem that I have. They charge $60 fucking dollars for that. Hey, Frog, what's up, man? They charge $60 for that bullshit. And everybody is sitting there, and this game is going to live and die by the online community and by their servers. And we know about EA servers. I was just talking about this at Froggz last night. EA has had fucking hamster servers ever since they started their shit. I just saw another tweet right now that basically they killed Origin. Origin is dead right now because of everybody trying to get into Anthem. We weren't expecting this. Really, EA? We weren't expecting this. But you drop your balls out on the table at your fucking your events and go, "Oh, Destiny, oh yeah, it's pre-orders are flying off the fucking roof." But now when times come to people to play the game, your head is up your ass, basically. And now you got overlapping bullshit service games because now we got Battlefield 5 that's getting content. Battle Royale's coming. They added some multiplayer. It's so fucking confusing. And now we got another game, Anthem, that now is going to be another service-based game on the back of the Battlefield 5 game. EA got a lot of work going on. EA got a lot of work to do. Now, this is in no way, like Jemiah said, not saying that this game, Anthem, is going to be a bad game. But it's not going to be a bad game. I don't know if it's going to be a bad game. Who the fuck knows? Maybe if you get into it and play it, you could say if it's a fucking bad game or not. Holy shit. And what I think is fucking bullshit is that whatever IGN ass bullshit that's going on there that he's getting in there, Dustin Laguerre is playing his fucking ass off. Meanwhile, the rest of the world's staring at fucking load screens. Like, what the hell is that shit? They're making sure that the media can get their play and their chance to play and stream. Meanwhile, everybody else can't get in. It's bullshit. Privilege bullshit. He didn't fucking pre-order my ass. He pre-ordered. But you got people out there that fucking pre-ordered. This was their big game. People took off today to play it. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But this is what happens all the time. I just don't get it. And I don't like when they put these betas as incentives for pre-ordering. If you do that, if you're making people drop money early so they could get the game early, you better make fucking sure that game works. Especially when you're dealing with the weekend. People spent the whole half day Friday trying to get in. They can't play on Saturday. You got 3 days. Because next weekend, guess what? Everybody who didn't pre-order gets to play. We weren't expecting this. That's going to be like triple the amount of people probably wanting to jump on this game. And I don't understand in a society, in a time of predictions and pre-orders and know how many copies to make and know what to do in digital sales and direct information, instant gratification. I just don't understand how these big publishers are not prepared for these online betas. That is what I don't understand. And they call it a beta thinking it's a scapegoat. Like, oh, it's a beta. It's a beta. Because I even heard people going in the game and then glitching out of the game, all that other stuff. It remains to be seen what kind of game this is, how it plays, if it's a grind, if it is limited on content, what the end game is. Is this going to be the Destiny killer? Is this game going to be what a competitor to Destiny? But it happens with so many friggin' online games that it just grinds my gears that these publishers are not prepared. I understand if it's like an indie studio that, you know, they're paying to keep the lights on. But man, when they have these big publishers and they hype up these betas and this early access and they put it behind some sort of incentive to pre-order, and then screw you on your special weekend. 2 hours in, still can't get in. That's bullshit. And then, this is not off the bad good news of EA. The fact that they canceled the Star Wars game, their Star Wars game was bullshit that they made. Now they canceled another Star Wars game. The fucking hot water they got in with Battlefield 5 and that kind of model. EA is fucking all over the place right now. Not good news. Activision too. Bungie's like, get the fuck out of here. We're out of here. Like, these guys, I don't know what's going on. But you know what? Gamers will see. I know who I feel like feel bad for, and maybe not all these guys that play 10 and 12 games like myself. I play fucking everything. I play all this shit, but I don't pre-order too early. Like, I don't like see it at E3 and go, I got to pre-order it. I wait and see if there's an incentive. I might jump on it, like I did do it with the with the betas on. Fallout 76 was oh my god, that thing was a fucking horrible beta. The Battlefield 5 beta, which was horrible, that was fucking horrible. These things are horrible, but at least they worked. Like Battlefield 5 worked, I guess. Like on day one, like I didn't have any issues with connecting. This one might have some hype to it, but when you just do it, you kind of just roll your eyes, going, "This is bullshit." Who I feel bad for is the people who don't buy a lot of games. And they looked at this Anthem game and go, holy shit, this looks awesome. This looks like the Iron Man game. This looks like something I really want into. Here's my $10. Here's my $5. Fuck, here's my $60 pre-orders, because you're not putting $5 down. You're putting, here's $60. Here's $60. That's why if you ever want beta incentives, I fucking hate them, but go to GameStop and give them $5 and get your code and do it that way. Because then you can get your $5 back, or you can get $5 and buy a fucking gift card, or you can use the $5 and buy yourself a doll and leave. But when you want to go digital, it hurts, because now you're paying a full price for the game. You basically pre-bought it. And now you're going to get screwed when they don't do this. Like, it's just, that's what I feel bad for. The people that downloaded this, paid all their money up front, hyped up with the videos, and now they're experiencing this, because it's not fair. It's not fair to anybody, but I feel bad for the people who, they were really looking forward to this game and then dealing with this shit. Hopefully EA sorts it out. I know that this just happened. This happens with a lot of games, but come on. It's like an Iron Man game, not the Iron Man game. But yeah, so that's my thing on Anthem. Hopefully I can get in, and play and try it out. Not, we'll see what works next weekend. I definitely want to see what it's about. I watched the videos. It looks really cool. The co-op thing. I'm hoping it's not what my next topic is. Sea of Thieves. One of those games where if you're in Anthem all by yourself, it's boring as shit. So I heard the combat's supposed to be really cool. Like, there's some crazy shit that goes on. So I'm looking forward to trying it out. EA, get your shit together. First impressions. Get people into this game, because people see this and they go, oh shit, is this going to be on February 22nd? Is this what I'm going to be doing? So I hope it. Yeah, Jemai played it. So it sounds, he says it's pretty sweet. That's pretty cool. I'm interested in it. I definitely want to see it. It looks awesome. And well, hopefully everybody gets a chance to play it. But right now, EA, fix your shit. Let's go. Exactly. Yeah, next weekend's going to be fucking worse. We'll see how it goes next weekend when the people who didn't pre-order get to play it. But even that too, like the pre-order incentive sometimes. All right, cool. I'll check out Demai Dixon's Twitter page, everybody, because he has some screenshots of it. Oh shit! I'm gonna get Froggz in here. We'll get Froggz on this. Frog wants to get invited. So he's going to get ready for this Sea of Thieves stuff. Because I'm telling you right now, man, this Sea of Thieves shit is going crazy on the Twitch. Not on Mixer, but on the Twitch. Yeah, not on the Mixer, though. Like, that's why I'm surprised. I'm like, you know, it would have been funny if Microsoft was like promoting Mixer and shit like that, and you know, and promoting Sea of Thieves streaming. But unfortunately, it's seeing life resurgence on the Mixer. Oh, I'm sorry, on the Twitch. And my goodness, Sea of fucking Thieves. It is like the ship that will not sink. A fucking ghost ship. It will not go away. They keep trolling that game out every fucking second. Trolling it out. Adding some content. We put a squid. We took the Kraken out. We put the Kraken in. The Kraken's in. He's out. He's in. He's out. You put your fucking one arm in. You put your one arm out. Then the Kraken's body is nowhere to be seen. Then we added the shark. Then we added Volcano Island. And now we're adding PvP. All right, people. We're going to talk real deal here. Okay? We're going to talk real deal Sea of fucking Thieves. Let's see if we got Frog. I don't know if Frog's in here now. I got to put my headphones on now. I got to change my whole setup here. But we're going to talk Sea of Thieves right now. All right. Let me do the preface, the fucking disclaimer. Let me do the disclaimer up here. All right, here's my disclaimer. I am not saying that it is, well, it is a bad game. It is, nobody should like this game. Like, this game is garbage. It should be in the trash. Maybe I am saying that. Shit. The game is fucking trash. This game is such a fucking, oh my God. It is such a bait and switch fish game. And it was so wrongly handled. And now it just seems so weird. This game shows up now in January. Like, it didn't show up after a big update. It didn't show up like after some big DLC expansion pack. It just showed up out of the blue. Like, you know, it just showed. It just comes up and it's just like, yeah, Sea of Thieves is like number 2 on Twitch. And it's like, why? Well, let me tell you why. Okay, guys, get a fucking cup of tea. I'm going to tell you the story. Because I researched this shit. So I was intrigued. So let me tell you a story. All right. Summit. I don't watch. First of all, I'm a player. I'm a gamer. I don't watch people play. I fucking want to play it myself. All right? So I don't know what's going on with the generation that likes to watch people play. I don't watch. I still don't understand it. I will watch a little bit of a stream or something just to see what the game looks like. But I will not sit there and just watch somebody play with all fucking emotes and dick pics and all shit all over the screen flashing up. Thanks for your donation. Thanks for your fuckery. Thanks for this. See the chat streaming like crazy with all images of donuts and all crazy shit. No. Your boy Jez, that does not appeal to me. I'm like, what the? Who? I'm wasting my time. I'd rather stare at a fucking wall than watch all this fuckery on the screen. The guy's in a little fucking bubble there. He has thank you for donations. All of a sudden, shit starts screaming, and there's hands that clap when somebody subscribed. The fucking shit. Half the shit. I turn on some of these Twitch streams. There's a fucking empty chair there, and there's fucking 10,000 people watching. And there's a fucking menu you screen, and there's an empty chair, and the guy's gone for like fucking, like he's been gone. Everybody's like, hey, he's gone for an hour. He's been gone for 2 hours. And there's like fucking 10,000 people sitting in there. I'm like, holy shit, people. What's going on? But anyway, I don't really watch this stuff. So I started clicking on it to see why Sea of Thieves. You know, what's going on with this shit, right? So Summit's playing the game. Now, mind you, all right, Sea of fucking Thieves is crossplay. And I've said this before a bunch of times on my show. Sea of Thieves is crossplay. It does not allow the option for an Xbox user and a PC user to select who they want to play with. It puts you in a server, and you play with whoever you play with. It doesn't give a shit if you have mouse and keyboard. It don't care if you have controller. It don't even care if you have 2 fucking tin cups. There is no opting out. So, now that this Xbox exclusive is over on PC, which, mind you, all the streamers, nobody's playing on controller. Nobody is playing on Xbox. Everybody's playing on their fucking rigs, their computers, right? So Summit has about like 50, 70,000 people, right? So I watch it. And you can watch what he's doing. But what I watched is that he basically made the game play. He basically created the game within a game. And there's so many videos. I was watching people like go after him, like, oh, he doesn't follow the pirate code, like, because Rare put out this pirate code bullshit, and like he don't follow the pirate code. He fucking steals everybody's shit. Okay, he uses animations of the sleeping animation to sleep in their treasure chests and watches them. He fucking supposedly watched them for 4 hours and just observed the behavior of the people before he struck and took their shit. It is very compelling, I have to say. Like, you just go, oh my God, how is he going to fuck with these guys? He is griefing everybody. And it is entertainment. And he is doing this at 100 frames per second, keyboard and mouse. And I see people on Twitter. I follow Xbox guys. I follow a bunch of people. People on Xbox are begging to stop. Let them choose to play just with Xbox people. Stop with this PC stuff. So another stream last night, I clicked on it, and the guy, I think it's Monkey69 or something like that, but he was explaining exactly what the double gunning is. Now, I don't think Summit's doing the double gunning, but he does something like, he's not doing the double gunning. So what happens in Sea of Thieves, because the reload animations are so short, they equip themselves with a sniper rifle, and they go click, click, and they click to the sniper rifle and then go right to the pistol. So before you even blink an eye, you're dead. And it's like almost like worse than quick scoping, because they're like click, click. It's almost like quick scoping. Now, apparently, the guy was explaining what happens is that they map it to the C3 keys on their keyboard. They go boom, boom, like, so they just do like a 1-2 with their finger, boom, 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 and it's super fast. What he said that they're people doing is making a micro of it, a macro, a micro. So basically, they're making it where you can hit one key and it equivalates to doing that same motion. So they basically make like a quick hotkey. And those are the people where he was going through it, and when they click on it, you'll see like almost like 2 guns show up, and it's like dual wielding, and it's like an instant kill, and you're dead, and you lose all your. And the people usually take your shit, and they just kill you. So this is happening on the PC, and then he talked about this thing, and I don't even know what it's called. It's called stream sniping. People were doing something like that, and I was like, what the hell is this shit? Apparently, they find out what server some streamers are going on, and then they go into the stream, and they fucking harass them, and I don't know what the hell is going on. But the whole point of this whole thing is Who? And I have to ask this to all the Xbox people, the people who bought the Xbox, the console player. Who asked for this bullshit? Who wants micros and CE key mapping and dual wielding and fucking stream sniping and dick playing and all this other bullshit in your console gaming that you are paying fucking money for to play online? Is this Ybarra's fault? Is this fucking Ybarra begging Phil? Phil, PC players want to play with Xbox. PC players want to play with Xbox. Please, please, please. Please, Phil. PC and Xbox are one now. Well, please. So I could bring my fucking RGB keyboards and mice and fucking wide angle screens and 120 frames per second and own those guys playing at 30 frames as they're admiring their 4K waves. Microsoft has a responsibility. If they want PC and Xbox players to play together, they better grow a fucking pair of steel balls and make sure that it is balanced. And make sure that it is focused on you could choose who you play with. And they got all this bullshit, but they get, and then you see what they do. It was all of a sudden, it's popular now on Twitch. They dropped the price of Sea of Thieves to $30 for until the end of the month. Is this a coordinated effort? I see people on Twitter going, oh, they paid streamers to do it. One person on Twitter said that Summit was playing the game and he was bringing a very negative vibe to it because I said he basically is making his fame off of griefing. Because there's nothing to fucking do in Sea of Thieves, the base game is not fun. Going on fetch quests is not fun. It's better just to fuck with people and, you know, pretend you hide under their boat and then take their shit and then trade it in. And I said this from day one with Sea of Thieves, there is no risk reward. If you steal somebody's loot, you should have to go to somewhere else. You only should get half the value until you go somewhere else and maybe apologize or go to some shrine or something where they go, okay, well, this is stolen goods. Remember, like in like Fallouts and all those other games, like if you stole a bunch of shit, that's great. But then when you go try to sell it, it's stolen goods. Like there is no risk reward. He don't give a shit. Okay, well, oops, I couldn't screw them out of their thing. I'll just go back and do it again. I'll just hide on the side of their boat. He hides on the side of their boat in the sleep animation. And it's just like, he was doing negative stuff, bringing kind of like a negative vibe to the game. And what I heard was, what they said was somebody on Twitter, I don't know if it's true or not, but that Rare started giving out codes to other streamers so that they kind of would balance it out and not show like, hey, this is how you're supposed to play Sea of Thieves. Because, yes, if everybody starts doing what Summit does, it could kind of harm the community of Sea of Thieves or whatever's left of it. But it also kind of shows, you know, this is how you kind of exploit the game. This is kind of how you, like, you know, fuck with people and you know, you just do what you want. Now, yeah, it's a pirate game. Yes, these mechanisms are in there. Yes, it is entertainment to watch. But I can imagine people on the other end of it, it's bullshit. You know, especially if you have 4 or 5 hours to play a day and you go on a quest with your friends and then some guy is just like hiding under the fucking, hiding in a, you know, in a dinghy on your boat in a sleep animation and then comes popping up and uses his CE key and just goes, pop, you're dead. And now you with your controller, you're like, what the fuck's going on? Now, we'll see how the streamers like the PvP because technically there's a lot of people just wanting to just do the missions, just do the fetch quests. And you got people out there that are just trolling and griefing. And I said that there's no checks and balances there. There should be something. If this is the kind of game you're going to make, you cannot just make it this open world and people are going to exploit it. And he is kind of doing that. Not that he's glitching or stuff like that, but he's basically doing probably what the they thought only a couple of people. Like now, it's the most popular thing to do this stuff, and now you see other people doing it. People are streaming. They're like, let's do this, and all on PC. But for the Xbox people, like, it's great for the game to have like on Twitch stuff. But like, if you're playing on Xbox, you don't want to be like, you don't want all that shit. The keyboard mapping and all that other, like, come on. Nobody asked for that. There should be an opt-out. And Microsoft doesn't do that. Instead, they say it's up to the developers. Well, their own fucking developers are not allowing people to opt out of crossplay with the PC. And now we'll see if they have separate servers for the PvP. And let's see if, these streamers that like to go in there and just start turning this into a deathmatch game rather than a PvE experience. They just want to go in and just start killing people and taking their stuff. How will they like it now in a server that's all about killing, PvP? We will see. Now, supposedly on February 6th, the big update for Sea of Thieves is that you have to re-download it. That's very exciting. You have to delete the game and it will re-download it brand new. And, go watch some of the vids. It's pretty entertaining. And it definitely makes the game look like, oh, shit, this is a fun-ass game to just fuck around with people in. And that's what he's doing. Whether that's the intent of the game, whether that's what they want everybody to do, who knows? But you know what? That game, I have so many problems with it, with the content. It was interesting. I just, I never saw a game that was so, poorly received, poorly reviewed, just kind of being forced. Like, this is, it's a bigger game than what it is. And also, it's being watched. And I know another thing, too. I remember when it first came out, it had 200,000 people watching or something like that. Aaron Greenberg tweeted out, but then it dropped off. And I thought it would have a resurgence with each update, right? No, it didn't. It never did. And it's just until the guy is jumping off of Fortnite and now jumping into this, and he found the niche. And now, he found the little thing like, hey, I could take this game. I could start stealing people's stuff and all this other stuff and playing the game how the pirate code was not meant to be played. But, you should enforce that stuff with game mechanisms. I'm sorry. So I'm definitely going to jump back into Sea of Thieves. I want to see. But see, I don't play with a keyboard and mouse. But I want to see this PvP stuff. I want to see how it is. But the combat was the worst thing about Sea of Thieves. I said it from the beta. It was the worst thing about it. And now they're going to have a whole server based on it. I don't know. I just wanted some missions and some sort of narrative and story. Oh, it's coming. You know what? Fuck that. I don't have time for it's coming. Because you know what? I will have to give you fucking $5 last year and tell you the rest is coming. Let's see if how publishers and developers like that fucking shit. How about the gamer goes up to you and says, you know what? Here's fucking $5. Yeah, the rest is coming. It's coming. Don't worry about it. You bring your content and then you get more money from me. No, they take your $60 up front and then they tell you it's coming. I want it the other way around. Here you go. I'll pay you in fucking increments until I get everything that you promised me. I'll give you $5 a month. And you want to know what? I think kind of that's what Game Pass is. You give them a little bit of money, $10 a month, and they give you games to promise content. Because they're not afraid about doing that stuff. Because they could just throw it in the Game Pass. So maybe that's the model. Maybe that's what we got to be doing, guys. But it is fucking annoying. And, what's my next thing? But yeah, I say check it out. It is funny. This resurgence of Sea of Thieves. And now, with Anthem and, Anthem and, Resident Evil and with Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, We'll see. But he draws in a huge crowd of people, and it is interesting. But I tell you, man, watching some of that Twitch shit, this is fucking like, I don't know. And then he was yelling at the people last night, going like, I can't read all your donations. And people like, you want to hear something funny? I'm watching this shit. And the guy's like, people donating. I'm asking him like, here's $5. So what do you like to eat? It's like, what the fuck? You pay $5 to ask some streamer what he likes to eat? Then they asked him, another donation was like, hey man, like, what do you like? Do you like Budokai? Like, do you like fucking Goku or some shit like that? I'm like, it had nothing to do with the game. It had nothing to do with the game. It had nothing to do with the game. Nobody's asking about CFDs. They're asking about him. And they will go, and that's the thing. Like, that's why you really can't see success off of people, because it's like a celebrity endorsement. It's like if he goes and plays another game, people will follow the streamer. What's up, Benji? How you doing, man? That's where they're going. They're going to follow the streamer. And, they say, like, I saw some people going like, oh, this is more entertaining than Fortnite. I like this one. He's providing content. So they're going with the streamer. It's whatever he plays. So if he drops Sea of Thieves next week and he goes on and said, hey, I'm streaming I'm going to stream some Battlefield, guess what? They will follow him and watch Battlefield unless they really hate it. But they're going to follow the streamer because they are fans of him. Not necessarily of the game, but of him. And the questions they're donating are nothing to do with the game. They're not like, hey, how do you like the game? Nah. They're asking him about, like, if he likes Goku or something like that. What the fuck? And he's yelling at them, going, with your donations, I appreciate donations, but, man, I can't read all these donations at this time. Like, you guys have to really think about them before you donate. That's like, oh, my God. I don't know, man. Who knows? I just come on this thing and fucking rant about shit. That's why it's what grinds my gears. And now we got the next top. The next one, well, I don't even know what the fucking next one is. Where is it? Ooh. Oh, here it is. Let's see. Then, I don't know. Oh, what was the other thing I had in here? I had the CFDs, and then I had the NPDs, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then combining that news with the news from today, it's like, holy shit, Nintendo. So Nintendo, as we all know, blew everybody out of the fucking water with Smash Brothers. Knew it. Smash Brothers. And sold like a shit ton of consoles, 1 of December, and actually it beat out for the entire year, beat PlayStation for number 1 and PlayStation number 2. And Xbox was in number 3. Now, apparently, I was trying to look all over it. I know Smooth was saying that Xbox came in second. I was looking, like, because Matt Pescatella didn't have specific rankings of who was top selling, who was this, like, for the month of December. So I thought maybe on Resetera there was some sort of leak of what the numbers were, that, PlayStation was in third and Xbox was in second. But they had a lot of sales on the Xbox thing. But it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. The thing is that the top consoles, the guys duking it out, are duking it out, and they're making exclusive games. That's the thing that matters. Give a shit if one's in first and one's in second. It matters that they're duking it out with games. So if you're a Nintendo and you're fighting with Sony, you're like Smash Brothers. They're like God of War. They're like this game. They're like Spider-Man. They're like Mario. Like, exclusives push hardware. If that's anything you take away, is that when people sit here and go, exclusives don't matter, it's all about being everywhere, about playing games on the shitter, playing games on the bus, playing games while you're at the bank. It's all about that. It's not about exclusives. Putting a game only on a piece of hardware is wrong. Why make that game just for one piece of hardware when you could put it everywhere? So when people tell you that, they're denying everything that's happening. The entire year was a battle between Nintendo and Sony on hardware because the software. It wasn't that Sony automatically added some sort of feature to the console or Nintendo added some feature. It was going back and forth based on who had the games for that month and whose top games were selling. You know, the only console that had a game that was in the top 10 but didn't move a fucking inch? It was your good old Xbox. You know, the months where Sea of Thieves came out and State of Decay 2 came out. Sea of Thieves was number 2 that month. Where was Xbox hardware? Little old number 3. It didn't move up to number 2, and it didn't move up to number 1. Xbox stayed at number 3, and Sea of Thieves was number 2. And State of Decay 2 came out, that was number 1. Xbox still did not sell number 2 or 1 for that month. And what were those games rated as? Those games were rated as below 7. They were 68, 67. They were not very well received games. Yes, people liked them, and that's fine. People like anything. You know, there's all different types of things. But it wasn't no big game that brought down the house, that caused the drive hardware out the door. So if anything you take back from the NPDs is that exclusives matter. Okay? I heard some videos yesterday about Google really bringing a console, not the streaming shit, but Google bringing a console. And you know what the first thing that they said was? They better have exclusive games to show why you need to buy that console. Exclusives matter. And it is a lot of wind out of the sails when you have a game coming out day and date on Xbox and PC. It doesn't matter that it goes to PC. Like, fuck it. God of War could go to PC today. Yeah, whatever. It did its job on the console. It sold the console all last year. If it's drying up in sales, if it ever does, put it on PC. Who gives a shit? It's just like when a movie dries out in the movie theater, put it on the DVD, put it on Blu-ray. Because tell me this, if there were movies released in theaters and on Netflix on the same day, where would you go? You would be more convenient. Like, you would not, that movie, yes, will be available to thing, but that will do nothing for the movie theater. That will hurt the movie theater because people are like, fuck, I don't want to go to the movie theater. I'm just going to watch it right here at home. So if the movie theater is Xbox, and now you're putting it on fucking Blu-ray, day and date, the same day. That's the key. The key is day and date. Same thing with Game Pass, day and date. Because you see all those people trying to get into Anthem right now. You see those people lined up to buy those games, the people to pre-order games. The whole reason why pre-order exists because you want to get the game as quickly as possible. And if that game was only available on one platform, you will go buy that platform to get that game. If it's that good. That's the power of an exclusive. But if you put that game on every fucking device, on toilet papers and toilet bowls and fucking refrigerators and shit on day one, yes, more people are exposed to it, and there's a potential for more people to play it, but it doesn't drive the hardware. And as you know, Microsoft don't give a fuck about driving hardware, which I don't understand why people get excited about more hardware from them when they don't even give a shit about selling the hardware. Why are you excited for something that they don't even give a shit about? I'll never know. But that's me. If they're not interested in selling hardware, then I'm not interested in buying the hardware. They could come out with fucking 35 teraflops. I don't give a shit. If they're not making games specifically for the 35 teraflops, they could go fuck themselves. And apparently that's their future. Putting games on PC, Xbox, day one, day one, day one. You're not going to have people outside bleeding green lining up to go buy Halo Infinite because guess what? They're going to be sitting there in their fucking gaming studios with their fucking RGB lights and playing it right on PC day and date. You know how many PC guys like, yo, I got to buy a PlayStation because I got to pick up, I got to play God of War or I got to play that Spider-Man. So PC guys jumping over, and that's what you need to do. And that's what any competitor needs to do. That's what Google's going to do because exclusives matter. Okay? They matter. Now, whether Sony decides in taking their exclusives and now putting them elsewhere on PlayStation Now, that's fine. Because guess what? The big game did its job. It came out exclusively for a long time, and there's no rhyme or reason. That's the other kicker. You don't make it predictable. You don't go, well, it's just going to be on Xbox for 3 months, and then it always goes to PC after 3 months. You got to keep that shit all over the place. No, I don't know when it's going to PC. I don't know. You should pick up an Xbox. I don't know when it's going to PC. But that's what happens when apparently it came out that they might have sold 41 million from ZH who blocks fucking everybody. He said possibly it's around 41 million. And Sony said they're at 92, 93. It's a fucking disaster. It is. And then the other thing was that more people buy digital stuff on Xbox. So, which I don't know if that makes any sense because all you see on Amazon is all those PlayStation digital cards is number one. But apparently that's what you said. But 41 million, they're saying. But that's what you do when you trail in the fucking pack. You go platform agnostic. You put your games everywhere. You salvage what you got. And that's why they bought all those studios to make content for all the devices. And I wouldn't be surprised. Just like we see Mario playing with Sonic, then Xbox will be playing with Nintendo maybe first and maybe eventually Sony. But the problem is that their competitors are not going to take them seriously until they get out of the console business. Like Microsoft has to stop making Xboxes, and then I think they might be able to partner with Nintendo and put their shit on Sony's thing. But they got to stop making the console because it's like, well, are you my competitor or my friend? Like, I'm not going to sit here and promote the thing that could possibly put me out of business. So I'm not going to promote your games and services that entice people to buy your device. So the main takeaway is that exclusives matter. So when people say exclusives will matter, oh my God, the best one, exclusives are anti-consumer. Yeah, I gotcha. That's bullshit. Everything has exclusives. I've said it so many times before. But Nintendo, man, they are the biggest exclusive of them all. And we probably should have thought it. When they showed the little logo, what's up, don't call me Danny, what's up, man? When they showed the logo of Smash Brothers and people were crying, we all knew that this game was going to be like something that has never been, seen before. In that it has the marketing and power to just sell. Especially they spent the whole fucking year talking about the game. They spent the whole year talking about the game. Every Nintendo Direct. Yes. He tripped out. Danny said he tripped out that the video of the Smash Man fainting. They showed, and they trolled everybody too. Like they showed like Splatoon people, and then she looked up and she had the Smash Brothers logo in her eye, and people lost their shit, crying. Like the fucking like a media was coming to the world and it was gonna end. They're like, oh my god, oh I never thought they would make it. Nintendo, I'm going to tell you guys here that, you know what? I'm going to do all your favors. And please spread the message on my YouTube video. I'm going to do all you guys a favor. All right? All you Nintendo guys. I'm a Nintendo guy, too. I like Nintendo. I play. I got Smash. It is great. But I'm not fucking crying, though. Let me tell you something. I'm going to give you a spoiler that I'm going to stop you guys from crying in the future. When Nintendo comes out with the Switch 2, you're going to get a Super Smash Brothers. And you will get a Mario Kart. And you'll get another Zelda. And you will get another Mario game. Okay? So stop crying. Just wait. When the Switch 2 comes out, or the Switch Up, or whatever the hell they call it, you will get another Smash Brothers. Okay? I do that. So hopefully now I saved you a box of tissues. Saved you some smelling salts. Because next generation, whenever the next Nintendo is, you will get another Zelda, just like Benji can't wait for the Zelda. But Benji, please don't faint. You don't have to faint about it. Not, you could be excited for it. But we're talking about the people who are fainting and crying. I'm saving those people right now. Real news. I'm saving the fainters and the criers. There will be another Zelda. There will be another Smash. Now, we come to the other one. I can't guarantee there'll be another Metroid because holy shitballs. Nintendo came out. They had the guy on the firing block just standing there in a suit with a white background saying, we fucked up. And I tell you, man, the Japanese companies, man, I don't know. They have some pride. And you definitely know there's definitely economic differences. There's definitely different behaviors. It's much more, respectful and ownership. But my God, that is almost like, it is like you fucked up. You get on a video and tell everybody you fucked up. And they went up there and they scrapped Metroid. They scrapped the development of Metroid. And basically they said whoever they were working with, they didn't cut the cheese. And now they're going back to Retro Studios, but now, unfortunately, they had to scrap it and start from the beginning, he said. But, man, you don't see Reggie going out there making that fucking announcement. They go, it's your job to develop this game. You get on YouTube and tell everybody. Yes, Benji, yes. Maybe I should... I'm back. My goodness.
Oh man, I'm here, man. I'm in rare form.
Hello. Oh
Sorry
shit, Froggz in here too. Man, I'm a mess right now. I stepped on my wire and I fucking pulled my mic out. So what I was saying was that Nintendo. Hold on, Froggz. I'll put this on here.
I'm about to jump on my soapbox real quick. Fuck EA. Fuck Activision. No, Nintendo. I can respect Nintendo to a certain extent.
What the hell's been going on?
Look, at least they got out there and said, "Look, we fucked up. And we're gonna have to start this whole shit. We're gonna have to start this whole thing over." Wait, can you hear me? Hold on.
Sorry, everybody.
Wait, can you hear me? I don't want to talk
on the wire.
Hello. Can you hear me, Jazz?
Not working.
Ah, shit. I joined and Jazz having complications.
Hey, Froggz, I can't hear you yet.
All right.
You can talk, but yeah. It is unfortunate news today. We're having some technical difficulties.
Oh, man, because what I got to say, man.
Batteries.
Woo, I'm hot.
I tell you, man, I have these SteelSeries Pro Optics. They are friggin' awesome. They're expensive, but they're awesome. And they come with 2 batteries. So, like, the dock, the charging station, charges the battery while your one's in your headphones, and you just switch it out. So it's pretty cool.
All right, can you hear me now, Jez?
Now I can hear you, Froggz. There we go.
Oh, shit.
How long have you been in the chat?
No, I just jumped on.
Okay.
Look, fuck EA. Fuck Activision. Nintendo's cool because at least they said, look, we effed up. We fucked this up. I'm going to tell you like this. Got the Anthem beta. I pre-ordered it digitally. Everything you were saying is right. Let me tell you what happened.
All right, let's hear the story.
I don't blame Sony, but I blame Sony. I kind of say fuck Sony too, right?
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
So this freaking piece of shit beta doesn't work. It puts me in a game, doesn't let me pick my character, male or female. This throws me in as a female, which I don't care, right? Because it's a beta. I just want to get the whole gist of the game. Sure. Throws me in a game. I don't know what's going on. Don't know the controllers. Just trying to play. My friend's like, hey, try to do this, that. Kicks me back out. Then it puts me back at the beginning where I'm walking in some town or something. Like some kind of... So community then I'm like, thing. Yeah, so I get all the way through my freaking javelin again. Get my javelin. Kicks me back out. Starts me right back over. It did it to me 6 times. I said, fuck this beta. Here's my thing. I know for a fact that EA has the shittiest servers out there.
A hamster wheel.
Oh my gosh, dude. 2013, I got Battlefield 4. Super excited about that. That game was a broken fucking mess. Nobody can deny that.
That game was a mess.
I remember asking Sony for my money back. They gave me my money back, even though I purchased it digital. Man, I called Sony up a minute ago. Hey, this fucking beta that you said. Now, let me tell you something now. I'm not going to blame this all on Sony because I know people are people, but people who work at corporations should know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
These cocksuckers on the phone don't know what the hell is going on. This guy tells me.
No clue.
He says, oh, you can't possibly be playing the Anthem beta because it doesn't come out till February. I said, hey, guys. I said, you work for PlayStation, right? If you pre-order digital, it says you got VIP access to it. Guy. You know, I'm pissed because I'm trying not to call him a cocksucker, right? I'm just trying my best because I'm in rare form. I'm pissed. So I'm like, look, here's the deal. If you pre-order it on your PlayStation, I'm reading to them off the PlayStation Store. It tells me I get early access for this time to this time for this week and blah, blah, blah. Guess what? I don't have early access. I can't access it because when I called EA tells me, oh, we're at max capacity, so you have to wait.
We're at max capacity.
Yeah, hold on. Time out. So I said, you know what? I just want to let's see. And in my head, I was like, he's not gonna give me a refund, right? But I said, let's see if I can get a refund. I'm just gonna pull his string, keep him on the phone, make him do his job. I want a refund. Well, sir, since you purchased it, you pre-ordered it digital, blah blah blah, yakety smack. You can't get a refund. I said, hey, your policy says. Hold on. I said, your policy says within 14 days. If I don't download it, and or it's a mistake, and he says, yeah, well, if it's a mistake, we can give you the money back. I said, well, it's a mistake. Well, sir, you already told me it wasn't. Well, okay.
No, that's no bullshit.
I said, okay, well, I told you it wasn't, right? I said, but I don't have access. I cannot access the content that was promised to me that I paid for. That beta was part of the process of me paying for it.
It's the enticement for the pre-order.
So he says, well, because the game is now not out, we can't access. I said, well, let me speak to a supervisor. So a supervisor gets on the phone. You can tell he's some cocksucker who just doesn't know as much as the last guy. And then he's telling me, well, from the end of 2018 to now to 2019, which we're still in the first fucking month of 2019. He's like, well, from 2018 to 2019. Hey, guy, we're still in the first fucking month. What are you talking about? Like we've been through half the year in 2019. 2018 to 2019, we stopped giving refunds. Look,
what?
You can go tell somebody else that. I said, look, you promised your store said, hey, if you pre-order this, you get VIP on this day, blah, 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 yakety smack. Gave him the whole spiel.
Yeah.
Well, we can't do that. So he goes to tell me, well, if you call EA, I said, I already called EA. What did they tell you? EA's response is, we're at max capacity. He goes, oh, well, what that means, you're probably getting the beta at some time during that time period. I said, so what we're working on is we're predicting that I may possibly be able to get into the beta, right? He's like, yeah. I said, like, the game possibly may suck at launch, right? He's like, well, you don't know that. I said, well, I know for a fact I can't get in the fucking beta, and that's not something I'm predicting. They told me you will not be able to get in. Even though you paid that $59 for something, you can't get in. So I'm like, you know what? I'm like, let me ask you a question. I said, because I'm not stupid as you think I am. I said, I understand how it works. I bought a license. You guys at Sony are like, we're not responsible for the publishers, developers, but you guys have already made your money. Once I make that purchase, you guys made your money because you got a certain amount of license you buy.
Yeah, you pay for the entire game.
Right.
That's
it's just
the problem.
like,
yeah.
You guys may pay $25, $30 for that license, and then you charge us $60. I'm not stupid. I understand how it works. Like when you go to GameStop or Walmart or Best Buy and you spend $60 on a game, they don't spend $60 on those games to buy them from the company.
No, 10%.
They buy those games at a fraction of the cost. They bump up the charge. So I'm just like, look, I understand how it works. I said, so you're telling me there's no possibility I can get a refund? And well, you know, the game's not out. So I said, let me ask you this. The game comes out. I don't download the game. I don't play the game. It's been out 9 days. The game is broken. It doesn't work. I can't get into I can't access it. I've never played it.
You can get a refund.
Hold on. I asked him. I said, can I get a refund? Then he says, no. I said, so you're telling me even if the game is broken and I cannot access the game,
you just got a douche. That's a douche on
that's what, so I'm like, you know what? I blame Sony for hiring that dipshit right there because you hired somebody who doesn't know. Because I've gotten plenty of refunds from PlayStation. Yeah,
I've gotten refunds from both of them. Yeah,
but my problem is, and it's like you said before in your rant, and I just wanted to cheer you on. EA's fucking servers suck ass. They've never been good from 2013 until now. I've not played an EA game that hasn't had major server issues. I've not played an EA demo or a beta, and people always go, well, it's just a demo or beta. Wait till the final product, because that's what you're going to tell me. No,
I heard that before.
Let me tell you something. From 2013 until now, the majority of the games I've played, the demo or beta for, that's been the final product.
Just look at the Resident Evil one. The Resident Evil, I just bought Digital Foundry. They said that demo was basically the same thing.
It was the same damn thing, and it's a good game. Don't get me wrong.
They didn't fix any resolution. I saw people going like, "Oh, they're gonna up the resolution."
They need to fix same thing. The Resident Evil 2. They need to fix some of the. There's some screen noise on there, like with reflections on all that. Other than that, the game is amazing. But my problem is from 2013, when this generation started, until now. We've seen the same thing with everybody saying the same thing. Oh man, it's just a beta. It's just a demo. It's probably going to be better. No, every game I've played this generation that has had a beta or a demo, the final product has come out and been almost exactly the fucking same. Nothing major has changed.
Look at Sea of Thieves. My goodness.
I don't understand why people were in 2019 and people were saying, well, you know, it's just a beta. Everything we're playing for the most part is what we're going to get in the final
But the
product.
biggest thing is that the thing I don't like is that they made you pre-order it to get this exclusive weekend access. And now it's like you paid for that.
Look, I'm just telling you this. Like, I pre-ordered it. I kind of had a feeling in my head like the servers are going to be trash. I was just, and here's why I pre-ordered it. I'm a big BioWare fan. I hate EA. I don't buy EA stuff usually. And I said it in the video earlier. When is the last time EA has made a good Need for Speed? This generation, they have not made a good Need for Speed. All their Need for Speed games suck. You know when I got their Need for Speed games, when they were on sale in the store for like $5.99, that tells you the quality of their games.
They stopped making like every year, the annual Need for Speed.
I stopped playing a lot of sports games, especially football, because there's no I don't want to buy Madden every year. When 2K went off the scene, I said, fuck football, I'm not playing football anymore. And kind of the same with basketball, like, I kind of, you know, my son plays his 2K there, and I'll play every once in a while, but I don't play a lot of sports games like I used to. That I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you something. This generation, there are a lot of games that when I look at last generation, I would have played the sports games, the shooters. Like I'm less inclined to play sports games this generation. I'm less inclined to play, even though I do get the Call of Duties every year, and I kind of say, hey, that's a me thing. Call of Duty has its problems, but the biggest problems
but I tell you, the one
Call of Duty is Activision. Activision,
yeah, but you want to know what the one thing about Call of Duty and Activision, like they rarely, besides I remember Call of Duty 2 on the original on the Xbox 360, they've always hit their pretty much their kind of online day one and stuff. Really never like went to shit.
No major problems. I think this generation
EA is just like on top of like every single game.
Look,
their servers are so bad.
Jack Move said it best. One of these and I think it was either Jack Move or BG or one of these guys on the podcast. One of these podcasts said it. One of these big companies need to really feel the wrath. They need to die, and that's going to show their companies. Oh shit, we need to get our head out of our ass. I don't care at this point. I would take Activision over any of them. Because I think they're the scum of the earth. Their freaking president and their CEOs are trash. I don't want to use a term because it's going to sound super racial, but there's some greedy ass motherfuckers. Let's let me say that. You know, that's all I'm going to say. There's some greedy motherfuckers. They don't care. I understand business is business, but at the end of the day, when you have people out there that consume this stuff and want something good, you're getting. It's like I said before with this Anthem beta. You gave me I pre-ordered the game for $59 digital. Then you tell me EA says you can invite 3 of your friends. Well, guess what? The guy who pre-ordered it can't even fucking get in. What makes you think my other 3 friends are gonna get in? And then it's like me inviting you, Jazz, over for the holidays for Thanksgiving, and I only make enough food for my family. And you say, well, you invited me, and I'm like, well, you know, hey, I didn't really know if you were coming or not. And you're like, well, what do you got to eat? Hey, man, I got some hot dogs. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck? Like, do they not realize? Like, they had to realize their servers were going to be You can look. Let me tell you this, Jazz. EA can look and see their pre-orders for digital.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They couldn't. They
can say, "Oh, we got a million people that pre-order this. Plus, we need to add those 3 to that million. For every one, we need to add 3, so we know what our impact is going to be on our servers." No, not EA. EA is like, we're having problems.
I can't believe they said they're at capacity. I can understand.
Let me tell you this. They even told me, because I asked the guy. I said, "Hey, I got to be able to get in the beta." He said, "Well, if you can't get in the beta, maybe sometime this weekend." I said, "Were you guys going to add an extra day? You know, because sometimes
sure they will, right?"
Oh no, he said he was. He said they weren't. I was like, so you guys are going to add a day? He said, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be from the trial. He's like, because there's another beta coming up, so we're not going to add any more days.
Yeah, but next week is everybody.
Man, you know, I call this guy cocksucker.
Everybody, though.
I call this guy a cocksucker and hung the phone up. I was so pissed, you cocksucker. And I usually don't do that. That's not me. But I'm like, you know what? You spend good money on games, and man, dude, let me tell you.
Oh, my God.
Anthem could be a good game, but I don't even want to give it a chance now because I'm like, man, EA, your pieces of shit. Like, your company is... You cancel your fucking Star Wars game. Like everything EA is doing is an indication of a company that just slowly but surely they're on the verge of just crushing. And I can't wait. I'm gonna be there. I said it before. I want BioWare to go somewhere and let somebody else have published your games. Let somebody else fund you and make the games you want to make.
Did you played a little bit of it at all?
Okay, for what I played, I got into the Javelin. I jumped in there real quick. I played probably 5 minutes. 5 minutes, really.
You got to kill something, like shoot combat?
No, I didn't get to kill anything. I was running around in a circle in this little thing trying to figure out puzzles. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? How do I fly? Because it didn't explain anything to you. It just throws you in there level 10 and says, here, go. And I'm like, I didn't really get to see graphically anything or really. I'm like, damn, like, what the fuck, man? 5 minutes? Like, I'm just like, you know what? I got the Resident Evil freaking game. I got my Kingdom Hearts coming out next week. Like, do I really care about Anthem? Yes and no, because I pre-ordered it. I want to kind of get a gist of what I'm playing. And for everybody that says, hey, man, it's nothing like Destiny, I actually think Destiny is a cool game. I just think it has some issues with the storytelling and content. But Anthem, I'm looking for Anthem.
But you can't even get into Anthem. Like,
no, can't get into it.
If their service, and I heard it's not even getting into it, but it's just getting kicked out.
Yes, once you get kicked out, that's it.
Yo, if they have that kind of, and I know everybody has these issues in the beginning, and it is a beta and all that other stuff, but still, if that's the reliability of their service,
let me tell you,
shit,
what we're playing now is an indication of what we're gonna play when that game comes out. What is it?
Oh, come on, you think that's gonna happen on launch day?
And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this because I pre-ordered Crackdown. I'm gonna tell you why I pre-ordered Crackdown. I said, okay, you know what, Microsoft, you don't have any other games sitting in your store that are first party. I'm gonna pre-order Crackdown. I'm gonna give it a chance, you know, for its whole money's worth. Because you know what? After I saw Horizon 4, I was like, Horizon 4 to me is worth the $60. Do I honestly, when I look at Crackdown, I think it's gonna be worth the $60. My thing is, I'm hoping and praying it does, but I have this strong gut feeling like it's gonna be one of those solid like 7 games where it's like, this is not too bad. You know, it's not too bad, but it's not a 6. But it's definitely not even in the 9 category, and it's not an 8. It's like a solid 7 game. Just looking at it is kind of like Anthem. I kind of feel like if Anthem has the same server issues, if the server issues are as bad as indication of their beta, which I'm pretty sure because it's EA, they will have major server issues. That will really, I think, in a lot of ways, hurt review scores, and it will hurt people's impression of what this game is.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because you got Division coming out right after it.
Well,
and Division, we know Division is going to work. Ubisoft is like, hey, you know, we've learned. Like this is BioWare and EA's first time saying, hey, we're
talking about shitty companies. You want to hear another one? I just see on Twitter right now, 25 minutes ago, GameStop. Due to an error, we oversold on pre-orders of the limited edition Kingdom Hearts 3 PlayStation 4 Pro, and unfortunately, some orders have to be canceled. Guests who have ordered canceled will receive a $25 gift coupon.
And guess who got their shit canceled? Because I was gonna get one. Yes. Oh yeah. I knew about that. I wasn't even gonna bring that up because I didn't think that
you gotta put your wallet on lockdown. These people.
Look, let me tell you something, man. GameStop needs to die. There's a lot of companies out there that need to die. Amazon, they just fuck your orders up.
Amazon just doesn't deliver this shit to you.
They just don't deliver your shit. When you finally do get it, you're like, it's like 3 weeks later. You're like, oh, this is old news.
It's old news.
And so at least you'll get it. But
GameStop, talking about the next fucking console by the time you get your Xbox One X.
GameStop has a bad problem where they will oversell stuff, and then they're like, "Oh shit!"
Oh, they never went to for the 360 and the Wii, the Wii U. They did it with the Wii.
You remember? I don't think I remember when I told you about my Spider-Man. What happened to my Spider-Man freaking edition?
Yes, I remember that.
They oversold shit, and then they were like, we had to. So what they did was they went in the system and pre-ordered the other GameStop edition of the Spider-Man.
It came with like Spider-Man socks.
I was like, that's not what I pre-ordered. And the girl's like, oh well. So I showed her my receipt. I said, this is my receipt. And she said, oh, somebody changed it in the system. I was like, who?
It's true.
Man, I wanted to flip the hell out, but I knew it wasn't her fault. Which one of your employees?
You got the booster.
Exactly. Which one of your employees went there and changed my shit for themselves? Because I told her exactly this in the middle of the store in front of everybody. I said, what probably happened is one of your employees wanted one. They switched out and gave me the GameStop edition, and they got my fucking statue.
I remember that. You tell me the story. You're like, I went to GameStop. You're like, hey, my Spider-Man bundle came with socks, a hat. I was like, what?
Man,
Spider-Man socks.
He said it's Frogg's fault. Yeah, it is Frogg's fault. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man, I've had some bad runners back in the game when they were called Funko Land. Man,
it's the Spider-Man bundle. It's a Spider-Man bundle. It comes with fucking socks and fucking Spider-Man underwear.
Oh my God, man. What? Let me tell you something. Before the internet was big, man, back in the day when they were called Funko Land.
Oh man,
I almost got into a fight with the store manager because the Xbox 360s were red ringing, and I had brought my shit back like 3 times because they kept and this is before the internet, before we knew that Microsoft was giving us pieces of shit 360s, right? I brought it back the 3rd time. He was like, I can't return it again, man. You're obviously doing something to it. I was like, no, something's wrong with these consoles. Man, me and this dude almost got into a fist fight in the freaking store because he didn't want to return. I said, look, you just give me my money back and I'll go buy it somewhere else. And he said, I can't do it because corporate's going to start. Man, I almost flipped, man. I said, look, dude, I will fuck this store up. I'll fuck you in all your, I'm a big dude.
Oh my God.
I'll armbar all of you motherfuckers in here. I'll break your arm. I'll break your neck. I told him, get all your employees here. I'll beat everybody's ass. Dude, I was that pissed. I'll fight every motherfucker in this store. And he was like, "Holy shit!" He was like, "Dude, calm down. We know each other. I don't give a fuck." I was
that Red Ring of Death, man, was messed up.
It brought the worst out of me because me and this guy were friends, but it brought the worst out of me because like it was kind of like he thought I was lying, and I was like, "Man, I've known you for like."
But they didn't
years.
know at the time, like they
didn't know. And then to this day, me and him, we're still friends. And I said, his name is Eladio. Mendoza. I said, "Hey, Ladio, man, remember we almost beat your ass and all your employees up in Funko Land?" He's like, "Dude," he's like, "I was gonna call the cops." He's like, "Man, you're a big ass dude." He's like, my employee stayed in the back. He's like, "I'm not coming out there fucking with that dude." He's like, "All I know is that dude said he'd break my fucking neck and drag you in an armbar out to the store." And he was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Why is this dude tripping over Xbox?" He's like, "Man," he said, "if we had knew about the red rings, if the internet was big," he said, "Microsoft's 360 would have never made it off the shelves. Like the PlayStation 3 would have."
Right. You're right. Like if Twitter was where it was, like that Xbox, everybody would see how rampant it was, because it was like IGN and GameSpot, like those guys were covering that stuff, making it look big, but there was no like big social media that like said like yours too, mine too. Like it would be viral.
And here's the thing, and here's the bad thing about talking about this in 2019. You got fuckboy fanboys on the Xbox side that think when you say shit like this, they think you're just a fuckboy PlayStation fanboy. It's like, no, motherfucker, I own all the consoles. I'm not a fucking fanboy. Yeah. I'm a gamer. The bottom line is this shit was happening. Like, why don't we in 2019 act like the 360 had a problem with red rings? Like it did. The PlayStation was overpriced and they got cocky with the PS3. The 360 had a red ring problem. When you talk about problems like this, you get fuckboy fanboys that are like, "Oh, Xbox didn't have any problems. Let's live in a heyday."
No, I bought like 5 of them.
Look, I can look back and tell you about the success of the NES and Super NES, but I can also tell you
the PlayStation original had problems. You had to turn it upside down.
I remember that.
You turned it upside down.
And that's why I bought the PS1, the little small one. Yeah, I still have that to this day, and it still works. That one didn't have a problem.
Because the laser blew out, the blue laser, and then the Nintendo, you had to blow in the cartridge.
I don't get, I understand how the internet works, but I don't get like these, and it's younger guys. Obviously, I'm an older guy, I've been gaming for a while, but it's a lot of the younger guys that really, to me, started really becoming really gamers with the internet age with 360 and PS3. They really didn't. Beyond that, they really couldn't tell you the difference between Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy. They wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, this Anthem stuff is blowing up. Everybody's like, it's playing the title screen of Anthem.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. My problem with this generation, and I'm hoping it doesn't translate in the next generation, is we're in a generation specifically from 2013 until now. It's a ship now, patch later generation. We've been doing this for like 2013. Here's a game. Oh shit, it's not finished. We'll just ship it now. We'll patch it later. We'll give you, because think about the games that have come out like this where, oh shit, we said it was going to be this experience. I know people talk about the No Man's Skies, the Sea of Thieves. Look at freaking Watch Dogs. When we saw that and then it came out, we're like, what the fuck is this? This game is not even.
Oh, yeah, remember that. Yeah.
This is a ship now, patch later. Like, we'll give you this game. Oh, and it's not what we said. We'll update it later.
Why doesn't it work in reverse? Like, hey, how about I pay you $5 and I'll give you the rest of the money when you give me the rest of the game?
Exactly. But it doesn't work like that because you got
holy shit, this. Super Data says that PlayStation VR sales topped 700,000 headsets in the last quarter, making the market through 30%. See, Phil Spencer, VR does exist on console. It's not just
it does
for SPC.
If I'm not mistaken, last time I remember, the PlayStation was had the best-selling VR headset.
Oh man, I said what a drop in how they just ignored that whole market, and they think that they're going to be able to throw some fucking VR headset next generation and be like, we're in it. Yeah,
and I said this, Jazz. I said this time and time again. I said Microsoft's biggest like combatant against Sony's PlayStation VR was they had a better camera than the PlayStation 4. That camera was so much better than PlayStation's camera.
Like they even had head tracking in Forza without a headset.
You can do so much with that. That camera had so much technology. I was like, Sony's camera doesn't have half the crap. It says Sony was like, here's a $60 camera, and they kind of just shoeballed it in there. Yeah, and they didn't force you to buy it. And what eventually happened is, I remember when I got my PlayStation 4 day when I pre-ordered a camera and extra controller. You couldn't find the cameras for like months because they were sold out.
I remember that. Yeah, that's hilarious too. It was like they unbundled it, but everybody wanted cameras.
They unbundled it. Everybody wanted cameras, but then Microsoft bundled the cameras.
Yeah, that's because everybody wanted to do that video thing. What was it?
Right.
What was that?
Right.
That was like the that was like
everybody saw the fact that you could stream and people could see you, and then people started doing sex videos and all this other kind of stuff on PlayStation. I mean, that's what PlayStation. Look, for the first,
it was like the Astrobots or whatever. It was the freaking bot.
Man, look, hey, for the first year of PlayStation, that live from PlayStation, man, it was a lot of porno shows.
But they would use the friggin' so they use the iToy, like they use that game where you play with the robots and like that live feed.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh my god, it was hilarious.
There was this chick who used to always get on there and get drunk and just dance half naked. And my buddy was like, "Hey, she's on there again." I'm like, "Who?" He's like, I'm like, "Come on, man."
After hours gaming.
I'm like, "Why are you sitting there watching this shit? Why are you giving her?" He's like, "Man, it's funny." He's like,
"Yeah, I was on Twitch last night. I was like clicking around, man. There is like, it is fucking ridiculous. The shit that's on Twitter. There's some people, like girl that's like half naked playing CFDs. I'm like, what the hell is this shit?
Look, I keep bringing up a lot of guys
got, like bubbles bouncing around. They got people putting all like donuts in the chat.
Jack Lou, BG, Next Gen. There's a lot of guys I listen to, and they say the same thing. Some of these girls know what they're doing. They're getting paid.
Oh my god!
At this point, Pornhub, which I just figured out what Pornhub was. Pornhub just needs to cut a deal with some of these chicks. No, because I'm not a big porno guy, but I don't get on there and watch porno.
But they go on. No, they don't do that.
What I'm saying is like, yeah, but what I'm saying is some of these girls that Pornhubs need to say, you know what? Let's cut a deal with you. Because apparently there was what's that?
You
Bowserette or something? Yeah. Bowserette was on like a porn. I was like, who the hell is Bowserette and what's Pornhub? And that's how I started figuring out what I was like, oh shit, typed it in my phone.
So,
like, delete.
The other thing too, like the Switch, like the Twitch stuff and the streaming things, like it is so much behind the scenes money and sponsorships. Like you don't even know what they're getting half the time. And the thing is like I said, like I'm not a watcher. Like I want to play the game. I want to see if I like the game.
Same
like
here.
I'm not watching it for the person stream. Like I was watching Summit stuff, and I said earlier, like he was like yelling at them for donating because they were donating, asking him if he likes Goku or something like that. Like, what do you eat for breakfast? And he's like, give him $5, ask him what he eats for breakfast. I'm like, they're not even asking about the game. I'm like,
it's more about
like a celebrity. It's like a celebrity.
I mean, that's like the Ninja guy. Ninja goes in Times Square and everybody's, who the fuck is that guy up there?
Yeah.
But you know, like people on YouTube, I'm like, only reason I know who Ninja was because my kids are like this Ninja guy. And I'm like, who the fuck is Ninja guy? Like, oh, he's a Fortnite player.
Some of those guys, and that's what's going on. Like everybody's leaving Fortnite, and then they're starting to do the CFD stuff. But now you're seeing like people in CFDs, but what I saw on somebody on Twitter was like they gave what is that guy that wears the your poor Nintendo, right?
Poor Nintendo.
So I think they said that the people were accusing Microsoft of paying people to play CFDs.
Oh my god! And Microsoft said they didn't.
I was like, what?
I'm like, man, I don't know what that game has.
It is so weird though that all of a sudden, like in January, though, it just showed up. Like it wasn't after a big update. It wasn't after it wasn't like in November when the sales came out or whatever.
Right.
Like it was October. Like it just showed up out of the blue. Like I don't know. It's just weird. And then they had a $30 announced $30. But what they said is that what Summit's doing, I watched some of his stuff. Like it's griefing. Like it's all he does.
Yeah, he hides on people. Man, that dude's a piece of shit.
He steals all their shit. So what happened was I heard that they gave it. Who's the guy that wears the wig and the mustache and the mullet? Who's the guy that wears the mullet?
Oh,
Dr. Disrespect, whatever his name.
Yeah,
so somebody wrote on Twitter that Rare gave him a code so he would start streaming it to kind of promote, to balance out the negativity that Summit's showing in the game.
Let me tell you something, Jazz. I don't know if you know the trend. There's a trend, man. If you beat your wife, you cheat on your wife, you're going out there doing child porn, doing all this crazy stuff. Those are the guys that are promoting these crazy fuckboys are getting millions of dollars. I don't get it, man.
Disrespect gave him they supposedly gave him a code so that he would play, so they'll balance out, like, because Summit is showing like the toxic behavior that you could have in CFDs. Like, you know, it's entertaining. It's funny.
It's funny,
but to the people getting their shit stolen, though.
Yeah, you're on the side of a boat acting like you're asleep or something, and just fucking people up as they just, like they go to an island, you're just taking all their shit.
Yeah, I know. He's like, supposedly one of the things he like hid for 4 hours on that boat. Just
I heard about that.
I was like, holy crap. And he just watches like, okay, now I'm going to do it. It is entertaining. But
I mean, it's funny because they do it, but I'm just like, man, if it was done to me, I'd be pissed.
You know what else I noticed too? And I was saying this before, like it was like 90, like he's playing at 100 frames per second. You got to see how fast he's moving in the game.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and then he's not
no way
for it at all. There's no penalty for him.
No, there's no penalty, but there's no way that you with a controller is able to even compete on that level, even to play with that. Like you see how fast they're moving with that keyboard and mouse and the keys and stuff.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem.
That's what they got to do that. Microsoft has to own that. They can't make the developers just decide what they want to do.
I don't like that you're saying, oh, if a company like Sony or Microsoft is saying, or even Nintendo saying, well, you PC guys can play with us, and you're not on the same playing field. That's not fair because it's a closed ecosystem on the console side. So if I'm having PC people with me, we need to be able to both run at the same frame rate. Fuck resolution, just the same frame rate. I don't care if you can run at a better resolution. My thing is, if you can run at a better frame rate, you run better than me, period, or you're over what I'm doing, you're always going to dominate me.
Yeah.
You know? So it's just like I remember they were talking about, Call of Duty players might be able to possibly play on a PC versus console players. I said, what's the point? We're going to get destroyed. Like, that's not fair. They need
it's not fair.
They need to have PC. I mean, but you know why they're doing this? Because, I mean, look at a game like Gears of War, which I think is a cool game, but then the game is like, oh, shit, it's not really doing well. People aren't playing on PC. Oh, so we got out these PC and console.
Well, they did that with it, yeah.
Yeah, they had no choice because they're like, damn, like, like you couldn't get on the PC from what I hear, and you couldn't find a match. So when they integrated it, you could find matches quicker. Still to this day, it still takes me a good 3-4 minutes to find a match. I can find them depending on what game mode I'm playing, but it's kind of takes a while, 3 or 4 minutes, which I don't mind because once I get in a good lobby, the lobbies are not laggy. They're pretty good. You got some pretty good people when they're playing. There's not a lot of griefing in Gears of War for the most part. The gun is
but Gears of War allows you to vote to not play like on Xbox. You could say I don't want to play with PC players.
And see, but I don't mind playing with them because I kind of feel like
at least it gives you the option to do it.
But the reason I guess on Gears of War I don't mind because there's not as many PC players playing with me. So if there's like one or two in the lobby, I'm like, I don't mind that,
Oh my god!
But you can always tell the guys that are on the PC, man.
If you look up hashtag Anthem, man, people are just like posting their title screens going the action.
Oh my god! Look, I've been sitting at the Connect online server, like that menu. I was sitting there for a good 30 minutes, and then I finally got into a game, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna stream it." And then I streamed it, and it kept repeating, looping the same intro, and I was like, "Fuck this game." And and it's sad because I'm like, I'm really interested to see what BioWare's created, but we already know you're $1 billion company. You can't fucking get servers right. Like you look, they can't get anything right. What did they do last year? They fucked up. They said, here's a Battlefield game. It didn't sell well. Look. They said, here's a Battlefield game. It didn't sell well. If you don't want it, don't buy it. Oh, by the way, also, our Battle Royale mode is not coming to next year. They fucked up their whole game.
Yes, they did. They
fucked that game up. And it's like, and then everybody will blame BioWare for the problems with
So you actually, when you get those javelins, like basically you're a person, you walk around the city and then you jump in those javelins.
Yeah, you're a person with no legs. You can't see your body or anything. You're just a voice. Like once you're in the javelin, because like I was walking around, I'm like, why am I a girl's voice? Oh man, somebody's at my door. But hold on 1 second. Let me mute myself because my dog's like about to hear somebody knock.
Yeah, I'm watching some of the gameplay. Yeah, like it like from it's just from Anthem, so it's not from people doing it. I'm just trying to see what they're saying. If you're trying to use a friend code on the VIP of a demo, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, you should be able to log in and get going when the demo starts. Oh, that was on the 23rd.
I got a package. Okay.
It's a refund.
Heavy?
Yeah.
Oh, sit down.
I told you it.
Oh, you got a present.
I got a new present. I got a new setup for my game system. I'm at the stream.
You're live on the stream. Froggz open up presents.
That's Keon's.
What is it?
It's car mats.
Oh, and my whole arm feel like a
You hear my wife? So here, I'm gonna put the camera. I'll let you check out my. I set my game systems up a little differently.
I set a game system. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna start wrapping this up because I gotta. Holy shit! Here's the thing. Where's the?
I don't know if you guys see that.
Now the GameStop's messing it up too.
You see that?
Wait, let me see. I'm jumping in the thing. Hold on.
Okay, you see my video. Set my Xbox and my PS4.
You got the vertical.
Yeah, set it up. Yeah, because it comes with the stands anyway.
Yeah, there's that Taco Bell. Yeah, as we tune out, that Taco Bell beep. Beep.
She just walked that way and did it.
She
She does that Taco Bell beep.
Ain't getting no ring.
Yeah. I'm on a live stream. My dog is flipping out. So, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to be selling this out, man. I appreciate Froggz jumping on. That was a funny ass story, man.
Oh, my gosh. GameStop.
GameStop, EA, man. All that corporation bullshit. Well, hopefully you get into it, and hopefully I can get some invite. We could try it out. But, well, good luck to everybody who's out there trying to get into Anthem. And, go and watch some Sea of Thieves. I might jump back into Sea of Thieves, see if it entertains me again.
Yeah, I'm going to try Anthem a little bit later, but guess what? If I can't get into Anthem, fuck it. I got Resident Evil.
That's it. No more.
Hey, I can always go to Game Pass. They got smelly games. They got good games. They got good.
Yeah, go to Game Pass.
I don't want
it. Go to play some Sea of Thieves in Game Pass if you're bored. But anyway, hopefully everybody gets in. Thank you, chat. Share, like the video, send it out there. Grinds my gears. We're back in 2019. And I want to thank everybody for coming out. And I'll talk to you guys soon. See you later.
I appreciate the invite.